the power of perseverance. Today's Ask Coach Tara, I want to talk about the power of perseverance. This is super important because I want to explain to you what persevering through hard times has done for me inside of my business and inside of my life. It has been a tremendous thing that I have tenacity. Okay, there was I worked as a car salesman back when I was 30 years old. I gave myself the job of a car salesman. I moved out of the bartending industry into that because I had discovered that there was a lot more money to be made not being a salesperson of liquor, but being a salesperson of high-ticket items. So, what I did during the interview is I knocked the socks off the general sales manager, which was one of the toughest, most craziest sales mentors I ever had. He was just out of this world. His name is Thomas Soyden. If you've ever bought in a car in Eastern Massachusetts or in Maine, you may have run across him. You may have liked him, or you may have not. I personally adored the guy while I worked with him. One of the things that he used to tell me and that he used to be blown away about was my tenacity. I wasn't the best car salesman. I could put anyone behind the wheel of a Dodge Ram and sell that car. Oh my gosh, I'm getting a phone call. Hello? Hello? And there's no one there. Well, I'm not even going to cut that, and I'm just going to keep on rolling because that's what happens. We have things happen in our businesses, right? So Tom used to tell me that I had tenacity to, like he was so impressed with it that he would have quit because it took me a lot. You know, I had to be under the wing of my number one guy in the department I worked in. I was good at selling the trucks, but everything else, I was always afraid to ask for the sale. I was always afraid, and he started to train me to start asking for a check for the full amount every time I sat down with somebody. And I started bringing them up to the front desk. Like, he wouldn't even talk about negotiating with anyone or coming over to the table to meet my customers until I was able to ask them for a check for the full amount of the vehicle, for the full amount that they wanted to pay for the vehicle, whether they chose financing or not. So I got good at that. I got good at, saying, hey, Tom's busy. There's 16 other guys here working, and they've got people that are ready, willing, and able to make a move today. Are you someone like that? Are you someone that, because I can't even go. I won't even go to the desk to ask for him to come over to help negotiate this deal to get you the best offer that we can make if you're not serious. So the only way that I can show that you are is if you take out your checkbook right now and write a check for the amount that you are willing to pay for this vehicle. And I used to do that. And he used to be like, you could bring this check up all day long. I got people to write checks out. I mean, somehow that was the thing. So when I translate what I learned there in my very beginning of like traditional sales, working in the car industry, I come over to network marketing here 10 years later or so and went full-time 3 years ago. And tenacity, Tara, it stuck. There was no way I couldn't handle going back to work, first of all. Second of all, I'm not going on disability. Third of all, I have big dreams, a big life. I have things that I want to accomplish in this life that I've dreamed about ever since I was a young child. Things that I really believe that I deserve in my life. Now, I had to work out a lot of things in my head about coming to that point. Starting in that car sales room in Maine at Lee Auto Mall and coming all the way here to Florida when I started to understand that I deserved the success that I asked for, because I believe that when you have a dream, it's God's way of telling you that's your purpose. Your dream is your purpose. So you've got to be able to be tenacious through times where it doesn't seem obvious, where there are no signs around you showing you the way or encouraging you to keep going. When the only thing that you've got to hold on to is the power of your mind and the power of your dream, and knowing that it's yours, and knowing in your heart and having the faith that you can achieve it, will you ever get there? So I want to encourage you today. This is what I want to encourage you. It took me a long time to replace that income that I was making at that job that I left. Now, I wasn't making a lot of money there, and I'm not a six-figure earner yet. However, that month, which was August, where I was able to earn the first time since I went full-time in this industry, I earned I think $300 more than I earned working in that job. It's the first time. It took me 3 years. Now, it's not going to take me 3 years to hit six figures because I understand the law of reciprocity. I understand the tipping point. I understand where I am. And the only thing that you can do so you can keep moving forward over that ledge and keep moving in that tipping point and kind of like surfing, right? Or skiing, is to keep moving, to have tenacity even when the sun is shining bright, even when things are looking up. It's not time to sit back and relax. It's not time to take Labor Day off. It's time for you to keep the capital T inside of your business even when the sun is shining bright. So whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's ugly or indifferent, you know your dreams. They're there for you. They've been placed in your heart by a power bigger than you. And you owe it to your life to keep on moving through it. I'll see you on the other side. This is Coach Tara Woodruff. Thank you. Peace.